This was meant to be the future, and it still may be. But while the dangers of climate change have at last come to the forefront of political agendas, in many cases because of grassroots pressure, the uncomfortable truth remains: green infrastructure, wind power, and solar power have yet to reach a capacity that can meet global needs.
We all know the challenges and we all know the vision of the world to transit to green energy from the regime of fossil fuels. However, we all know and we think that the appropriate position should be a graduated option where it is done gradually over time as a transition. Why do we say transition? You take out fossil fuels entirely, you'll be causing more problems than what you're having right now with carbon emission to the environment. We're seeing there's a need for hydrocarbons being burnt right now, and it has to be a gradual process, knowing that transition to green energy is quite expensive, an expensive venture, and not many economies are fully ready.
After years of struggles to reach its production potential, Nigeria is ready to play a key role in the energy transition, thanks in no small part to the birth and announcement earlier this week in London of Nembe, a new blend of crude oil. And the transmission of this blend will at long last prevent the leakages that have been so damaging to Nigeria's environment. Nembe can also be stored offshore, omitting transport through terrestrial pipelines, which are vulnerable to sabotage.
This crude has been born as a child of necessity to combat the whole issue of oil thefts and production security within the Niger Delta. So it's been a long journey to get here. We have a 2 million barrels capacity, FSO. So we're going to fill that like twice every month. So that will give you an idea. But ultimately, the asset is targeting to do 150,000 barrels of crude per day in the medium term. And not just oil. We are also moving into gas development.
It is those gas reserves that will also lift Nigeria's fortunes. Environmental experts agree that natural gas must play a key role in the transition to carbon-free energy. And the development of the Nigerian gas industry comes at the crucial time when Europe is hungry for alternate energy sources after Russia halted supply in the wake of its invasion of Ukraine.
Energy security, of course, first and foremost. We heard the Secretary General discuss that and give the example of Nigeria. Nigeria is a gas-producing country, first and foremost. Gas is a clean fuel. And just like our GCO always mentions, Malam Mele Kolokari, he speaks about energy justice. Let's look at this from the perspective of Africa, or from the perspective of Nigeria as the largest oil and gas producing country in Africa.
And that leaves Nigeria poised to play a crucial role in the ultimate transition to green energy.
We're not just a crude producer. We've got massive reserves of gas. And so as a government and as a people, and even as a business entrepreneur, as part of the vision, if you are listening to the speech we made in the Argos conference, we told you about the vision. In Aiteo, it's been part of the vision in Aiteo. We sit on over 3.1 trillion cubic feet of gas.
Privately, several oil experts have spoken of Nigeria's promise, which only goes to prove that it is indeed time for Africa's most populous nation to flex its muscle on the global stage.
The clamour for an end to fossil fuel energy has never been louder. But the fact remains, green energy capacity is a very long way from powering the world. In the interim, oil and gas will be an important part of the energy mix. And Nigeria is poised to play a major role in the energy transition. Judith De Silva, Arise News.